you continue to look at the tape, it's Purdy. But we got to talk about basketball now. We got to go down to Boston, and say forget about this tea party. Let's talk about basketball. Are the Celtics in position to win the East and represent the East in the finals? They did make it to the finals a couple seasons ago, lost to the Golden State Warriors in 6 games. They went and got Drew Holiday, went and got Kristaps Porzingis.
What happened a year after that?
Oh, they lost to Miami.
Okay, let them know. Let them know.
Lost to Miami, the eighth seed, by the way.
AC, okay.
AC Miami, first playing team to ever make it to the NBA Finals. Just so you know, he coacher. The Celtics are right now the number 1 team in the East. Went and got Drew Holiday. Went and traded for Kristaps Porzingis. Have pretty much the best record in the NBA, I believe, right now. Still, could be someone else, but they were a couple games away from making to the in-season tournament final, but that did not happen. They lost to the Pacers. Thank goodness. For me, I think it's possible that they can make it if they are to stay. If Kristaps Porzingis stays healthy, I think that's the biggest thing for the Celtics, because yes, you got rid of 2 guys that were injury prone, and Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams, but you went and traded for someone who's just as vulnerable to injury. They are also injured. Kristaps Porzingis has an injury history. When he was in New York, he had an injury history. When he was with the Wizards, he had an injury history. When he was with the Mavericks, he had an injury history. So is he going to be healthy? And what are you expecting him to do? He can play defense and he can score on offense, but if he's not healthy, what do you have to help him? What do you have to back him up? Is Al Horford going to be able to play that kind of defense for you? No, I don't think so. He's a good defender, but is he a difference maker when it comes to defense? I would say no. You still got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who both have, they continue to improve their games, but we all see that they're still turnover machines. Drew Holiday came in to pretty much replace Marcus Smart and be that leader as a point guard and be able to make good decisions. But he's shown that he makes some bad decisions sometimes as well. And I believe he's a better defender than Marcus Smart. But what is everyone else in this team? Derek White had stepped up a few games. He's had a 30-point game, a 28-point game. Derek White has been doing what he needs to do. But for me, if they're healthy, I'll still say yes, that they can represent the East in the NBA Finals. You still have other teams that can fight for that spot, like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Orlando Magic. A lot of people are not talking about Orlando Magic that much, but they are right now a top 3 team in the East. Vaughn has said that this was going to happen. He said they would be top 6. He also said that Paolo would be top 5. We all see that that's not the case. But the Orlando Magic are a team to be reckoned with right now. And the Celtics have an issue with them. The Celtics just can't seem to beat them. Last year, they lost the series to them 3-1. And then I believe they're losing the series to them right now. The Magic have become a defensive powerhouse, if you really want to talk about it. They're a top rebounding team. They're top in forcing turnovers. They're number 1 team in forcing turnovers right now. They're forcing teams to turn the ball over 17 times per game. They're scoring a lot of points in the paint. So they're a matchup. They're a matchup nightmare to some teams like the Bucks, like the Celtics, because they can play big and they can also play small. So if the Orlando Magic are healthy, they can challenge that. But this is still a young team. So are they going to be able to do this throughout the rest of the season? That still has to be seen. So they have to be healthy. They got to play well. So, right now, I would still say yes, because the Celtics right now have the experience. They have the team. They have the vets. If they stay healthy, then they should be able to represent the East. Milwaukee still has a lot of things to to recover because they lost a lot of defense. The Bucks are 20th in defense right now. Their offense improved with Dame Lillard. They're now seventh in the NBA in offense, but we all know that you got to be able to play a little bit of defense to be able to win the championship. And we know the Nuggets were not considered a defensive team, but we saw that when it mattered, they played defense. So will the Bucks be able to do that? I don't know. The 76ers, we don't know if they can make it out the second round yet. Maxey has improved this year. They don't have to worry about James Harden. So we'll see. Like right now, I'll still say the Celtics, even though I would rather say someone else. I would rather say Miami, of course, because I'm a Miami Heat fan. But we haven't been healthy. We don't have what we need right now to be able to do that right now. So I'm gonna put my basketball head on and not my bias head on. And I'll say the Celtics can still win these.
All right, go ahead, Tony.
Right? Because they're capable. They have the talent. They have everything that you need to win a championship on that team. But the question is, will they be coached well? Because I mean, he got out coached last year. He did, right? He got out coached, right? And they can't beat the Pacers. so I mean, think about that. They can't beat the Pacers. Think about it.
They beat them already.
Yeah.
Shot 155 on them.
Yeah, and we beat them too, right? And we're going back and forth, right? We're gonna
you are
anyway. But so yeah, I had to throw that out there. So, but look, no, in all seriousness, right? So let's look at here. So first of all, they're tied with Minnesota for the best record in the NBA right now, right? So Minnesota and them both have the same record, right? Now the one thing quietly, Minnesota has been playing very well this year, right?
Yeah.
Like not many people have been watching what they've been doing all year long, but they've been doing some pretty good things over there, right? Now, just looking at the records and stuff like that, I mean, you would think they would be good. And I mean, I don't know, man. The 76ers aren't going anywhere, right? They can't get things together, right? I don't think they're going to just stay even or even get worse for them, right? The Bucks will probably increase and go over and top them again this year as one of the best teams in it. So this may be a three-team race. I'm not going to put my Pacers out there. They won't do that. They'll make the playoffs this year. The Pacers will, but they're not in their league yet as
What
far
are
as
three teams?
that goes. So the three teams, the Bucks, the Celtics, and right now the Magic. Right, like the way the Magic are playing right now, I think that they've been pretty consistent, right? And they're real scary, right? They're real scary. Defensive wise, they are scary, right? And and they have no fear. The one thing about they're young, but they have no fear. They remind me a lot of Golden State when Golden State came out there and started playing after a while. When everyone was talking about how Golden State can score and all something like that, they couldn't play defense, and then Golden State came out there and played defense and showed you can play defense. Right? That's the type of team they remind me of. Now they can't score like Golden State. We're not going to put that up there. They can't. All right, but I'm telling you, they're the Celtics, because of the experience and the team they have, they should win the East. But I can smell. Hold on, it's like The Rock. Hold on, I smell collapse. I smell it. I just smell it, man. All right, because the way that they show no emotion when they play anymore, right? Like there's nothing going on, and it's like they're there and they're not really there, right? So I don't know, man. They're a weird team to me. They're a team that has, like I said, everything, every skill, like everything that you want in the bucket for them to be good is there, right? Right. But they ain't got nobody stirring the pot. All right. And I still don't know whether their coach has learned from last year. And will he be out coached again by an experienced coach in the playoffs? Because I can see him getting out coached by a lot of look at it. Well, I don't know about the Bucks, but a lot of more experienced coaches out there. He'll probably lose it. He'll get out coached again. Go ahead.
All right, so we just got some breaking news right now. Draymond Green has been suspended indefinitely. Go ahead, Joe.
Sounds about right.
All right, we covering that topic next. You gotta stick around. All right, I want to play this real quick. I didn't have the video cue, but I got the audio. Okay, I want y'all to hear this real quick. This is Jason Tatum. I think yesterday's game after beating the Cavaliers.
But everybody's contributing at a high rate, and we're winning. We got we're the best team in the league. So winning takes care of everything.
Y'all heard that?
He didn't sound confident, but yeah, I heard it.
He said it, but that's how he talked though. But
Yeah.
say the best in the league. Listen, man, I could dig up numbers. I could talk about Joe Mazzulla. I could talk about Drew Holiday. I could talk about Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown. I can talk about all that stuff. The guy that is the decision making of this question, like are they going to be a championship team or not? It's up to Jason Tatum. All right, I don't care about that stuff. Joe Mazzulla got coach. They lost to Miami because of Jason Tatum. The first 3 games against Miami, this dude has 0 field goals in the fourth quarter. 0. And then he decided to get aggressive. What happened? They won 3 games in a row. When he get aggressive. And then get hurt game 7. Being aggressive. I like, but come on, man. Why wait until you're down 0-3? Tatum is the reason why they're not winning. They get to the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors. He gets outplayed by Jaylen Brown. He shoots like 30-some% from the field, averaging like 22 points a game in the NBA Finals. Like, you going against the Bucks. He having an okay series. You're back against the wall, and now you want to drop 40? Like, where is all this urgency early on? So that's my issue with the Celtics. And I'm in the Boston area, y'all. I talk to Celtics fans every day. I'm hard on Jason Tatum because I feel like Jason Tatum has the potential to be the best player in the NBA. Think about it, y'all. What other NBA player name your NBA player that's a better two-way player than Jason Tatum? I'll wait. Name me one. Name one person. Can't.
Are we actually naming them?
Go. You could give me somebody. I want to hear it. Somebody told me Giannis. I'm like, I never seen Giannis guard him on the wing and shut them down. I never see Giannis guard the best player in the end of the game. I never seen that. Giannis is a good hell side defender, but Tatum, Jordan, come on, Tomo, let's stop it. Shout out to Tomo, he's not here. But look, Jason Tatum is a great defender. Jason Tatum is 6'9". Jason Tatum is a ball handler. Jason Tatum is a pretty good passer. He can score at all 3 levels. He can do everything. His issue is he don't assert himself. He's not aggressive enough. He's not consistent. That's his issue. So I think that if Jason Tatum is going to be aggressive and consistent, then the Celtics will win it. They're going to win the championship. I think the Celtics by now should have been at least 1 or back-to-back championships because they would have gave them a run for their money. But that's my issue. So, yes, on paper, yes, they deserve to be representing the East. But knowing these Celtics, I can't guarantee that. And also I want to say to y'all, in the words of Carlton Banks, whoa, cool your jets. You're all over the map. Relax about Orlando, okay? You said it's a 3-team race. You putting Orlando above Philly? Relax, Tony. All right, relax. Orlando hasn't made the playoffs. Orlando is a young team. Orlando is 20-something games in. All right, let's wait, okay? Let's relax. I know they have a high record right now. Believe it or not, Philly is better this year than what they were since Jimmy Butler left. All right, this is probably the best team Philly had since Jimmy Butler left. To be honest with you.
Yeah, so, and then we got to remember that Orlando also has a young coach as well. This is only his second season coaching.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Is this not the same thing they were saying about you guys last year, Sacramento last year?
About what?
Is it not about y'all are young and y'all not going to keep it up and do the same thing? And what happened?
We got balls in the program. What happened?
Yeah, but you guys made it in there, and you made it in there, and you were better.
We're talking about a team making it to the NBA Finals. The
You
Kings
said the
didn't make
3-team race, but here's the difference between us and them. Now they had the good defense team, we were good offense team. Difference is we had De'Aaron Fox. That's the difference. We had De'Aaron Fox, and we had Sabonis. Now French Wagner, he could potentially become better than Sabonis, like because he's a more skilled player. But these are two established players in the NBA already. The Sabonis is already established, a multiple All-Star player. Fox under a max contract, like he's been in the league for 6 years plus. So we talking about guys being led by Paolo, second-year player, and French Wagner, third-year player. So let's be like, and they never taste the playoffs. Sabonis played a game 7 against LeBron James or Oladipo. Fox never touched the playoffs. And then we had a veteran coach in Mike Brown. Mike Brown been around the block for years, for over 30 plus years. So it's different. But even
I get you that with the coaching.
Even that being said, we weren't top 3, like we top 3 seed, but nobody saw us as a threat to the NBA final. Nobody saw us outside of me, and probably in days that like this too. But nobody really saw us. Everybody saw Denver, Lakers, and Phoenix. Denver, Lakers, Phoenix. Those were the top 3. Everybody looked at in the West, and they respected the Warriors obviously because of the championship pedigree.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just didn't see. I just thought that yes, you guys had was like burned out at the end of that right there. That's the reason why I think you guys lost. I thought you guys were a little burnt out, and that's why you guys lost.
This is what I think what happened, Tony. Number one, they exposed our weaknesses. Sabonis, they exposed Sabonis tremendously. They exposed Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell was not a good. They let Davion Mitchell shoot all series. And number 3, we weren't a good defensive team. We were good that series, but when you're not good all year and you finally lock in on defense, it's going to weigh on the offensive end. It just is. Like our offense, we weren't making threes, bro. We was missing wide open threes because all the energy was spilling on the defensive end. Mike Brown talks about that all the time. We need to start that now. So by the time the playoffs times come, we're not doing no adjusting. We just playing our game. So
will you say that Orlando is the Sacramento of last year?
No,
Maybe.
I would say Indiana is more like Sacramento because they are more offensively inclined than we are. Like not more, but we were a huge offensive team and we suck defensively. Orlando is a good defensive team and a below average offensive team. So like I would say Orlando is a decent team. They could make a run. I wouldn't be surprised if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I want to look at them as it's a 3-man race. That's what I'm saying. I want to put them above Philly.
For me, I would compare Orlando, and I'm not saying this because I'm a fan of this team, but I would compare them to Miami. Miami was a really good defensive team, but they were below average as an offensive team last year. And even though we had vets, no one thought that we were one of the top teams in the East. Even though that record-wise, they are one of the top teams in the East. They're like Joe said, they're a young team. Their head coach is young, and I like the fact that he mentioned Indiana because Indiana has a head coach who has won a championship. So, and they have some Miles Turner who's been in the league for a while. He's a vet. You got Tyrese Halliburton, who's a young star. Remember, he was involved in that trade for Fox to get to Sacramento. So you have that. You got Buddy Hield, who's been in the league for a while, who's a scorer. Even though he may or may not be traded soon, who knows what's going to happen with that? And then you got Matisse Thybulle, who's another young guy. But he's to me, Matisse is like their Keegan Murray, if you really think about it, because Keegan Murray was their young guy. Matisse Thybulle. I'm not saying that the kind of player they are. I'm just I'm just saying just the position that they're in. So I like that comparison.
He can play that defense too, y'all. I don't think I've been watching. He been playing that defense.
Yeah, he has. So that's that. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next topic because we got even more news with Draymond